higher time frame, taking profit targets. So what we've got on the left here is a daily, the S&P micro futures. So here we are currently verifying Wednesday, October 30. We've got a black candle. And see, I've marked out Asia high here with this dotted line that comes around 58.93. And this dotted line right here is last Friday's high. So that was the magic 5,900. So it's real important here. I want to get a range for the last 3 days. So a dotted line down here, 58.37 change. And again, for 3-day high had just happened in Asia today and Wednesday at 58.93. And this little line right here is basically the 50% fib. So that's really important. Are we in a premium? Are we in a discount in the daily? Now, the narrative on the weekly higher time frame is on the right side. So 3 weeks of business here, and here we are with the current week, right before the election. And you can see here, we have an inside candle. So the body of this candle, not counting the premium candle wick and the discount candle wick, is inside this large body candle of the previous week. This is a down black candle, and look at this discount wick. This red line here is the 9 exponential moving average, and I'm not trading off of that, but I just want to know for reference. So again, same lines I had on the daily, the high from last week Friday, the high for day, and you can see this week's range is just very small. So the expectations, even though we've got big S&P 500 earnings, we've got non-farm payrolls on Friday, we've got the jobs, another jobs news event coming out on Thursday, and we've got news coming up shortly here on Wednesday. No matter what, the narrative is price is being kept in a cage inside last week's range. So take profit targets need to be set accordingly, okay? Because you've got this higher time frame narrative. Let's get back to the daily. In weekly, unless we really see a move outside of the body here, what would that be? That'd be 59.10 on the upside, and the body of the previous week is 58.46. We're going to primarily be moving inside of those areas. Then you've got to really have modest profit targets. So that's all. I don't need to really spend a lot of time on the weekly higher time frame, but again, it's just getting narrative. All right, so daily, where are we? That narrative here, we've got that 3 EMA cross. There's a little bit of air gap here, and that is coming in at 58.67. So if we tag that, even with a candle wick on the daily, that's something that I'm interested in. There you have it. Those are the higher time frames. I'm going to drop down into a lower time frame and just get where we're at here before the RTH regular trading hours in New York opens. Let's go to the next time chart. Okay, let's look at the next time frame chart, which is still for me a higher time frame, but it gives me a lot better context on where I want to be on highs, lows, levels, premium, discount array. So 15-minute on the chart here on the left, on the right is the 1 minute. But usually once the New York session starts, I'll go 1 minute here, 30-second here. Right now, for context, let's just look at the major levels. So right here again is the fib we marked out on higher time frame. That comes in at 65.50. Again, we're on the ES mini micros S&P 500. London lows right here on this red line, 84, 74.50, and the London high was up here at just about 85 and change, and then again that 93 up here. So again, no 5,900 so far, but notice how Asian longs must be trapped up here. Who's getting hurt? The Asian longs. But whereas London opened right here at 84. So what is this gray rectangle? That is the previous day, Tuesday's PM open range. That's the 30 minute open range. I always mark that now because since I've learned that that's a very important thing to carry over in the next day. This rectangle dark purple line, that's the first present fair value gap of the week that I carry all the way into Friday from Monday. This is a price magnet down here. So you've got a very wide new week open gap here at 58.56, 58.41. I'm very interested if price goes down here in the next hour or two. So I'm going to watch this. This is a magnet. And again, we're going to see at the end of the session for Wednesday if we can go right back up because we've got big earnings after close on Wednesday. Some of the biggest companies are going to report that it's after the close. So I could see a jam job up to reclaim this 58.93, but they may dip it down. And where would they go? They could go all the way down here. Again, the previous low of the day yesterday, 58.37.75 down here is dotted line. And again, this whole purples down here, New Week open gap, the day open gap, the previous day New York open, that's coming in at 58.52-ish. So those are there you have it. Those are the higher time frames. We quickly go from the narrative on the weekly, we go to the daily, we get our ranges, we mark out the fibs, and then we get the narrative on the big picture. You can see relative equal highs here on London high. So that would be a minor high, minor buy-side liquidity, and major buy-side liquidity would be in the 93s. And sell-side liquidity, of course, major is going to be down here at 37. And then the price magnets on the PD arrays where we go into discount is going to be all down here. So that kind of wraps my thinking here for Wednesday. Less is more. I'm flat. I had some scalps earlier, but again, Monday, Tuesday, and so far on Wednesday, it's been the same narrative. They're keeping a cap on what's happening this week, no matter what the news. There's not a lot of price range, so I should not be taking a lot of risk. My price targets should be in line with the overall narrative because it's going to be after the election, during the election, next week that we see everything probably expand massively on volatility and price range. And I don't want to use up my ammo and my mental capital on playing with ranges and locations where price is when we're not even in that major pivot point, which is the election. So there you have it. That wraps up the Wednesday video. Again, we've got almost a little over 1 hour before New York opens, and we've got news coming out here in the next few minutes. Keep the targets modest and the leverage light. That is where I'm coming from for this week's narrative. Aloha. Bye.